You May Want to Marry My Husband is a modern love column and it's written by Amy Cruz Rosenthal. This tragic story was written on her deathbed and it was published by the New York Times just 10 days after she had passed away. And in this incredibly moving piece, Amy she praises all of her husband Jason's best qualities and the many ways and how she has fallen in love with him throughout the 26 years together as a couple and as a married couple. And in this column, it's because the genre is like it's a love letter. That's one of the main themes is love in it. She of course writes about her love for Jason in details, but it also kind of functions like this dating application, which is kind of weird considering she is dying and it's a husband, but she uses this very descriptive language about Jason, like you would in some kind of dating app, or like if you were to write about yourself to someone, like how tall are you and what are your hobbies and how much do you weigh and stuff like that, like very descriptive language. So of course he says like the basics, quote unquote. He said he is 5'10", 160 pounds, with salt and pepper hair and hazel eyes. That's like very physical description she gives right off the bat of him, of Jason. And she also goes on to like tell he's a sharp dresser, and the sons use his clothes sometimes, and how he would make food, come back with groceries and make food for her and the children. And also she says like about his other hobbies like painting, and she says that they were like travel companions. So she really goes into detail about their relationship and like how he functions as a person. Yeah, so that way it kind of functions like a dating site application. Yeah, and of course this is very weird considering how tragic the story is, but it's so tragic, but still she uses this weird kind of humor to kind of relieve the tension sometimes in the column. She says, for example here, still I have to stick with it because I'm facing a deadline. In this case, a pressing one. I need to say this and say it right. Say it right while I have A, your attention, and B, a pulse. So I actually find that quite funny, that line right there, and I find it quite weird. But again, I think it's just to relieve the tension, and it kind of shows her personality and like the personality her and Jason like had and their humor together, I think. In the story, she uses quite a lot of logos, like structured arguments, in a way to make the reader think of going out with Jason. Like she kind of states why she thinks it would make sense for Jason to find another partner so that he can live on happily. She also uses pathos with the whole, she's dying. Kind of get a lot of sympathy and a lot of teary eyes reading this, I guess. And also uses pathos, like she talks about love and love at first sight at that too. And ethos, in the ethos part, I thought she was like, you call this credible because she is a writer, and also she, there's documents she's dying and she's on a deathbed, and also it's ethos. I mean, really, like she's really being honest here. It's not like she's trying to push some weird agenda or anything. She's very honest about her relationship with Jason and what she wants for him after her death. Even though she will always love him, she kind of wants to urge him on to find happiness without her, even though she has accepted her fate, which I think is the biggest theme, the main theme, and as why this column has actually like blown up so much, because it's very rare to see something like this. Because like nobody thinks that this way. I will think so usually, but she does, and she gives permission for Jason to move on, but also she like believes in true love, and she wants someone to find Jason so another love story can begin and Jason's love life can continue So she isn't like very unselfish. Like she wants the best for love in general. She's a big enthusiast on love, I think. Yeah, so that's like the main theme. Yes.